While the province's new health minister and its chief medical health officer didn't impose any severe restrictions or closures of any parts of the economy, they are asking people to do their part now to avoid restrictions in the future.
A slowdown is how we will avoid another lockdown. I'm not going to sugarcoat the situation. It's not great, and it's been getting worse. This threat is very real, but I believe we can get it under control if we do the right things.
If you live in a community of more than 5,000 people, or you live next to a major center in the province, you now have to wear a mask while indoors starting on Monday. The province's chief medical health officer, Dr. Sask Shahab, says even though the rule isn't a province-wide one, he recommends that everyone put on a mask to slow the spread of the virus.
If you live in a small community, COVID is not going to not impact you because you live in a small community. Wear a mask if you have to meet with someone in an indoor place who are not part of your household. That applies to all settings in Saskatchewan. It applies to gas stations on an intersection that are not in any community. Wear a mask when you're going in for the 5 to 10 meters to pay for gas, buy some groceries, or use a washroom. My recommendation applies province-wide.
Perhaps the most impassioned public appeal didn't come from Minister Merriman or Dr. Shahab, but from a chief medical officer and ICU doctor in the province, Dr. Susan Shaw, who had this message for the public.
Putting on a mask is not a political statement. It's a scientific one, and it's a statement of love. If you're not willing to do it when it's recommended, then I invite you to trade places or join me for those conversations with family members whose loved ones are so sick and are at risk and are dying. I assure you that conversation is much more difficult than wearing a mask. So please put on a mask, follow the measures, and we need you to do your part to protect those who are most vulnerable and to ensure a system is always there for you when you need it.
The overall message of today's announcement was for the public to do its part. Limit your interactions and your outings and limit your social bubble. The Minister of Health and Dr. Shahab say if that can't be done, more restrictions will be coming. Adam Hunter, CBC News, Regina.